summertime. About that time, eh, old chaps?
About that time.
Alright, about that time.
About that time, eh, chaps?
About that time.
About that time.
About that time.
About that time.
1:39. About that time.
About that time. About that time. About.
About time about that.
That time about it.
It's about time about that.
What?
It's about that time.
It's about that time.
Alright, let's get out of here.
It's about that time. About that time, eh, chaps?
It's about that time. Get to work. It's about that time. It's about that time.
About what time?
About that time.
About that time, eh, chaps?
About that time.
That time about.
About that time.
About that time. About that time, eh, chaps?
It's about that time.
That time about.
About that time.
About that time, eh, chaps?
About that time.
Put in water. About that time.
It is about that time.
It's that time about.
Wow.
About that time.
Wow.
About that time.
About that time.
Okay. About that time, eh, chaps?
It is about that time.
About that time.
Let's go ask him if it's about that time. Let's go ask him. Come on.
Cut that out.
Hey, what? Do you have the time? There you go. Guess I don't know if it's about that time. About that time, eh, chap?
About that time. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you guys know what time it is? It's about that time.
About that time?
Is it about that time?
5:20.
It's about that time.
About that time, eh? Yes, it's about that time, eh, chap?
It is about that time.
Look, about that time.
About that.
About that time. About that time. About that time.
About that time.
Well, I guess it's about that time, eh, chap?
I guess it's about that time.